lot of people nowadays are using ChatGPT for their business. The problem is they are not doing it right. The top 1% though has found out how to use ChatGPT as a full-blown business partner. This business partner helps them research faster, design faster, handle parts of the business that they don't know how to do themselves, and it gives personalized advice that helps you grow. So in today's video, I'm going to show you the top ways the top 1% of sellers are using ChatGPT, specifically projects, to skyrocket their store. The first thing I'm going to show you is how to train a custom project to be your customer service agent. What you're going to do is create a new project using ChatGPT. You do need the paid version, and I highly recommend, if you are a business owner, to pay for ChatGPT 5. It has been the single most game-changing thing or subscription that I have for my business. And for customer service, what we're going to do is just name this customer service project or whatever you would like to call it so that you're going to remember it when you come back to it. This is going to require a bit of setup, but what you're going to do is create a Google Doc, and you're going to go back to all of your popular Etsy questions and you are going to answer them in a Google Doc. This Google Doc can have headings that has your questions and your answers should be written in a way that you would actually write to your customer. So again, the best way to do this is just go back to your previous Etsy conversations or customer service questions and just start grabbing questions that you constantly get from customers, or even questions that you don't get that often, and then paste in how you've answered them in the past into a Google Doc. Perhaps you haven't even started on Etsy yet, but you still want to get this customer service going. Well, you can ask right within the project to give me 30, give me unlimited, as many questions as you can think of, but customer service questions someone might ask me about my Etsy sweatshirts on Etsy, so I can start building up a document with all my answers to reference for this project. So we're doing a little bit of ChatGPT inception kind of here. And now what you can do is you can start building up your FAQs right within Etsy itself. So what you could do is go over all of the questions that this has given you, give it a point form answer, but then also include a note about the brand voice that you want it to use when answering questions like this. So in here, I've gone and answered the product and sizing questions with just a quick answer here. And then at the very bottom, I wrote, help me write answers to these questions following a kind, personal, human response. This is coming from me, Christina, the owner. Keep it short but polite and use emojis sparingly. And let's see what that gives us. And now here I have all of my questions here answered in my brand voice. It's not always perfect on the first try. In fact, you're probably going to have to give a few extra prompts to really make it sound like you if you don't yet have those examples that we talked about earlier, so that you're building this customer service document from scratch. But for here, I said remove all of the M dashes to sound more human, use smiley faces where it makes sense, and this actually looks a lot more like I would text. And this is how my messages usually typically look when I'm responding to customer service on Etsy. And now what I'm going to do is save these to a document, and I'm going to help ChatGPT even write out my instructions to make sure that it's always following these rules that I have given it. So I wrote, I'm saving these FAQs in the document section of this project. Write my instructions for the project to make sure this style is always followed. Now you have your FAQ, which goes into your project documents. And now we have a style guide and instructions, and we're actually going to copy all of this, add our FAQs that we had created with all of our answers in the files here. And then in the instructions, we're going to paste in that style and formatting instructions that we created right within ChatGPT. Now I'm going to save this. And now that we have instructions on how we want responses to come out, we've also now given ChatGPT the way that we answer popular questions. So it knows that if a customer says there is a scratch on their sweatshirt, to send a photo, because that is in our FAQs. And we're going to keep building up that FAQ till we cover so many different possible questions that different customers are going to ask us, so that we don't have to constantly be trying to remember what we told the customer last time. And now whenever I get a customer service question that maybe I don't want to type up the whole response again, or I can't actually remember how I had previously answered it, all I have to do is come to our customer service, I like to just paste in the exact question that a customer gave me on Etsy and then hit enter. And now what ChatGPT is doing before they create a response is they're actually taking a look at my document, seeing how I've previously answered this, which was I need a photo before I actually send a replacement or refund, and that I actually offer replacement or refunds. And it also followed my style guides that I put in the instructions about keeping this personal, using eyes, using smiley faces, and this is exactly how I would respond to somebody. So instead of spending so much time constantly writing up the same response to people, all I have to do is paste in the question that I got from a customer, copy this, send this over. The next thing we're gonna do is actually create another separate project to create our own personalized Etsy business coach. And why are we using projects instead of just using regular chats? It's so that we can have these instructions and these FAQ that just this project always refers back to. And it's a way just to keep everything organized. So I have different coaches for different businesses that I have. I have different customer service. I have an email one because I have different voices and different instructions by project. So I don't have to keep repeating myself when it comes to prompts. So in the first prompt to get some help here, what I'm going to ask is I'm going to give it the link to my store saying I run an Etsy business, maybe give it some more context if you have that. But what we're going to do is tell it to ask me all of the questions you need to know to better help me. So I actually want ChatGPT to give me all the prompts and things that I need to fill out for it to better be able to tailor responses so that it can actually work as a coach for me. And you're going to take some time because this is going to be a long-term play. We're not just setting these things up to use for a day. This is something that's going to grow with us. As our store grows, it's going to know where we started, where we ended up. So you're going to take time and actually fill out all the questions that it gave you in a Google Doc as well, because we're going to save this to our files. Things like, what are your current best sellers? What product categories do we sell in? What's your current AOV? How many orders do we get? What's our goals? How many listings do we want up? What's our short-term goal? What's our long-term goal? Why do you want to coach? So it can actually tailor what type of coaching it's going to give to you. Marketing and traffic. You are just going to give it so much information about where you currently are and where you want to go so that it can help bridge that gap. If you're not sure in which ways you can use ChatGPT to be your business coach, guess what? You can ask ChatGPT what you can ask it so that it can help you. There's just so much. It's just so much ChatGPT-ception, I call it. But scrolling down here, we have the goal of a project, which you can ask for, which you can paste into your instructions, as the goal is to act as your personalized Etsy business coach, give me tailored strategies, growth plans, and accountability to help me scale blank store, whatever your store is. And then it can give you different ways that it can actually help you. So when you want my help, give me updates on this, revenue and order value. Define your goals. We can do weekly check-ins. It can do deep dives. So when I want strategy, it's able to do SEO reviews of my listings. It can actually take a look at my ad strategies, my product analytics. We can upload different files. So here I actually asked it to also give me the files that would be helpful for me to upload to the docs. And it says things like your Etsy SCVs, which is all your listing data, your sales reports, your Shopify reports, any profit spreadsheets you have, any ad reports. So just asking it to help you fill out what's blank. So this is the what project files to upload, and you can also ask it for what instructions. But it also gave me things like, what can I ask this coach for? I can ask for growth strategies. I can ask for ready to use deliverables. I can get it to create my alt text, SEO, email campaigns, social posts, different templates so that I can create profit tracking. And it also gave me some example use cases here. Here's my Etsy CSV. Can you find my top keywords and suggest 20 new listings I should make? Here's my last 30 days of revenue and ad spend. Can you tell me if my ads are profitable? Here are my short-term goals. Can you build me a roadmap? Here are my 5 product photos. Can you help me write my alt tags? Can you check in with me next week to make sure I finish my new listings? So whatever you need help with, your coach is growing with you. The more you ask it, the more it understands about you and the more it can help you grow. So anytime you have new questions, you have this project to go back to, and it can also help even if you use just voice text. I'm not that big on voice texting, but I know a lot of people are, and I know I should be doing this more, but I know so many people like my husband and many other business owners I have who've just said just going on a walk and talking to their business coach project has helped them solve so many different problems in their business. One that I personally love the most is to ask it to tell me what blind spots I might have in my business. What am I not doing that other people are doing, or something that I don't even know I'm not doing that probably could help me grow? I've done this before and it said, oh, for my Shopify store that I didn't have a blog. Maybe I could do a blog. Or that my Google ads were not as profitable as they could be. Just using different prompts, chat with it. This is going to be a game changer and help you out with so much. Another thing that I like to do as a project file for Etsy is just writing the way that Etsy recommends doing your titles and tags. I know titles are a little bit iffy right now because of the whole changes to Etsy titles, but I will say for me right now, I am not making any changes to my titles until I actually see other people becoming bestsellers with the new Etsy AI recommendations. I don't make that much changes until I see it works for other people because I don't want to see my store go down. If anything, I'll do some testing, but right now I'm sticking with the old way that I've done titles. So as a document that I'm going to upload to my project files, I'm just going to give it how I write and the different rules that Etsy has for titles, tags, descriptions, your alt tags, just so you can easily copy and paste these. So for the top one here, I have, when writing Etsy titles, create an Etsy title with phrases people will likely search in Etsy that relate to my design, sorted by most relevant to least. Maximum, including the first tag, is 140 characters. Use commas to separate the key phrases. When writing tags, create 13 keyword phrases, max 20 characters each, that people will likely search in Etsy that relate to my design. When writing alt tags, 500 max characters describing the image, and when writing the top of my description, use the main keywords from the titles and tags and write a 2 to 3 sentence description using as many keywords as possible for Etsy specifically. So I'm going to save this and name it something like Etsy SEO formatting, and you can go back and change this whenever and re-upload it, but we're going to upload this to our project files. Now that I have this uploaded, right within my project file, what I can do is just say, write my Etsy SEO. I've already told it how I want to write it in my files, and you can just bring in your photo, your mock-up of your design, and we're gonna hit enter, and let's see if that followed our rules. And now right away, we can actually see there's this new tag that tells us it had looked at our file. So we can see right here, let's create the Etsy SEO following your formatting guide, and it has this little link down here, which is that file we just uploaded. I've got my title right here, funny graduation mug, congrats on your debt cup, college graduate gift, custom school name coffee cup, grad gift for him, her. These are awesome. You can replace some, but this is very close to how I would actually name my products myself. And then we get our 13 tags down here, max 20 characters each, because that is the max on Etsy. So we can put these in. I also have my alt tag for this and the top of my description. And then I can also make different variations of this or just create extra prompts on top of this. So now we've created our SEO with just one image, and it is better than any other types of SEO that you would probably get out there by over researching or using different types of AI platforms that don't actually follow the way that Etsy likes things formatted. And with this coach, I could probably not fit in 3 hours the amount of different things that we can do with this coach. Again, as you grow, it's going to get to know you more and more and more with more information that you put in there. And if you don't know how to use it, ask it yourself. Give it a prompt saying, I don't know how to use this coach to help me with my business. Help me create questions to ask you that's going to help me grow. So I just use ChatGPT to get me to learn ChatGPT, to help me prompt ChatGPT to help my business. So again, if you're not paying for ChatGPT 5 or the paid version, it is the biggest game changer thing in my business, and I do recommend it for you. I also use it in just my personal life. Overall, I am not affiliated with ChatGPT, but I just seriously see what a difference this has made for me personally and how it can help you as well. If you have different ways that you use ChatGPT for your business, let me know in the comments below. And if this helped you at all, please, if you could leave a like and subscribe, that would help me so much. Thank you guys, and I will see you next week.